Welcome, everybody, back to the Sales Leaders Playbook podcast. Today, we have a lovely guest. This is Arun Kirupa, and he is the founder of ProMarketer, a performance marketing agency helping DTC brands scale profitability across Amazon, Shopify, ads, and lifecycle marketing. So Arun works with supplement, wellness, and e-commerce founders to build systems that drive sustainable growth, not just vanity metrics. Growth isn't magic, it's execution, and I'm excited to talk about this with Arun today. So thank you for joining us, Arun.
Thank you very much, Justin. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you've got this great business you've built now, but take us back to the beginning. What's the story of how you got started and what was your first real sale?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. Talking about my experience, so once I graduated from high school, I have nothing to do. I thought, okay, let's do some sales job because that's the easiest way to get into any corporate job. So the first sales job, the sales thing is a door-to-door salesperson selling Encyclopedia Britannica. So it's a 12-volume book. You have to take that book and just go to door and talk to about this product, and if they're interested to buy, then we sell this product. So that's my first sales experience. I got it after graduating from high school. So that taught me a lot of things in terms of sales, and that's still the techniques I use it right now for my sales experience too. So that's something is my first sales experience for me.
It's amazing. Door-to-door sales. I did that too. Yeah, you never really feel true grit of sales until you do door-to-door sales as a young teen.
True.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So looking at your business today, what does growth mean to you? Is it revenue? Is it market share? Team size? What does growth mean to you?
It's a very good question, but how we define the growth, it's entirely different. So sometimes people think growth means money or the revenue or maybe an execution or something like that. But what I feel our growth for ProMarketer, it's about people, because the great people can build a great product and the great product can bring a lot of revenue. So I think for us, the foundation of growth means building a great people. That's the first fundamental of growth for us and also for our organization too.
Awesome. And how are you going about, supporting your people to so that they can be the best that they can be in their roles?
Yeah, that's always hire the A players and understand their exact motivations for working. I would say there's a quote called "put the right person in the right seat." Right? If you're putting the wrong person in the wrong seat, it's going to be a tough call for you or for this person too. It's always better to find the right person for the right seat to do any work. So for us, we focus on that foundation, which is get the people what they're interested on and what they're excited about every day to do. And we just give them to do the work. That's all. That's the foundation for the growth.
Makes sense. Thank you. Yeah. So what is your vision for sales in the next 3 to 5 years?
3 to 5 years on the vision sales, especially if you ask me on sales, I would say focusing on hybrid version, because you know that a lot of things changing after AI introduction. In last 3 years, a lot of things changing, and now what we are using and also we are experimenting, it's a very hybrid version of AI plus person. So in next 5 years, I'm thinking about building a hybrid version of sales team, which will have an AI included. They focus on the legwork of research, development, and list building and other things like that. Once AI is done the work, then the real person can evaluate the person, or maybe they can connect with the people and see if something that we can offer. So it's going to be a more hybrid version of the sales. In next 5 years, I would say one salesperson, rather than just having a SDR, BDR, and the manager, just a one person, maybe call himself as a RevOps person, doing all this together under one roof as a sales, and multiple people manage multiple AI agents to do the sales. So that's what we are visioning to.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So Now, in terms of generating leads, what do you find is working really well in today's buying arena marketplace? What is working really well now, and how do you see that it's different from when you first started, or how things have changed?
I think lead generation is changing every day. It's a hustle. I mean, for any business, generating leads is one of the toughest part, and it's changing, and it's a different. Whatever you learned something yesterday, it's not true today. So all we had to do is understand the concept and implement it and see which one is not working and which one is working. As of now, I think LinkedIn is one of the major revenue for us. It's bringing a lot of traffic plus the appointments. So LinkedIn is the platform that we are using for most of the sales channel. But there are a lot of other ways to do, like inbound marketing, outbound marketing, call is working. Sometimes door to door, just walk in and see what's going on and talk to somebody, and if there is interested, there's a lot of way to do business and get sales. But for us, LinkedIn is the one major the revenue generating social media platform for us, professional social media platform.
So why do you think LinkedIn is working for you now more than, say, other channels? What about LinkedIn is allowing you to really have good conversations versus a different channel that's not as effective?
I would say I'm not saying it's only on LinkedIn. The reason is I invest a lot of time on LinkedIn. So because of that, I'm just getting that results. So if you're investing more time on X or maybe in Facebook or TikTok and you're building your audience over there, then definitely that channel is going to work for you. For us, it's working because of I invest a lot of time and we post a lot of content and we engage with our audience and we build our lead list through LinkedIn. So definitely because of that, it's working for us. But I'm not only saying LinkedIn is the right platform. For us, it's working because of the amount of time and energy that we have invested. And now we are getting that the results.
Yeah, absolutely. When things are working, use it, scale
Yeah,
it. Because
exactly.
it may not work for in the future, but while it is, use it as best as possible. Cool.
True.
So now you're developing leads. That's awesome. You're growing your business. That's great. But every business has a messy middle. So can you share a time where in your organization when a deal or a hire or a strategy didn't go as planned, and what did you learn from it?
I mean, this is a very important thing. So if you're growing, then you have to measure your success too. And if something is not working well, you need to correct it as soon as possible. So previously, what happened? We record the session. For example, if you're doing a Zoom call, when after the recording sessions, I sit down with my sales coach and we go through what went wrong, why this is not working, or maybe why it's not correct, something like that. We ask all the questions. Is it working or not? If there's really qualified leads, most of the questions like that, we analyze it and see if something what went wrong, and then we try to fix it. But it's a very time consuming, but it's a process of learning and everything. That's what happened in 2 years ago. But now what happened, we have a note taking tools. So once the note take once we have the transcript information, it directly go to the ChatGPT or the Claude or Gemini, and we have a certain prompt that we injected and see what's going on, how is the emotional intelligence looks like. If we have 3 to 4 people on the call, we analyze who's the decision maker and who's passive, or things like who's the influencer. We research a lot of information with the language plus the emotional, the volume, what they're doing, what they're saying, what's the pushback they have, and what we said. Oh, how do we solve this problem? Things like that. So we analyze it and we get the scorecard. Basically, we get a scorecard of out of 1 to 10 with these all informations. If it's less than 6, means that we are losing, or we haven't done enough research, or maybe we didn't present it correctly. So we will figure it out what went wrong and then we correct it. So it's a very fast way of doing it right now. So probably takes 1 or 2 days just to analyze it and we correct it back and pitch it back. If we lost the client, mostly what we do is after 6 months, we re-engage with them and see if something is going well. There's no written stone means they say no means no. They are saying no right now, maybe in future. So what we always do is just circle back after 6 months just to see if everything is good. If not, then we are good. If it's something they needed, we can engage with them. Most of the clients, sometimes they say no at the first. They go with some other agency, some other thing, but later they realize, okay, it's a pretty good relationship that we have built. They might say yes. So they're saying no, not for your business. They're saying no today, but in after 6 months, they will say yes. So that's what we recycle our leads, recycle our the deals, and see if something we can close it.
Cool. Good. Yeah, definitely. So, as you're looking ahead 12 to 24 months, what is the biggest opportunity of growth that you see, and what's the biggest risk?
I mean, it's a yin and yang. So AI is the biggest growth, and I see it's happening right now. So the voice technology is evolving really fast, and Google have introduced a lot of text-based analysis and text to voice based AI engines, and now they support about 45 different language. So you can start selling to other people too. Not necessarily you have to communicate in English. So
Mm.
it's live translation is available. So you can sell to French person who need these services, or you can sell it to the German person who wants this solution for you, or someone from India, you want the services, you can also talk to them in the same language. So that's something is fascinating for me to see how this AI is taking um, technology and evolving fast. So you're not limited with what you know for, all you need is just to communicate. So that's something is amazing, and I think in future people can communicate with other language and they can start selling, solving problems. So this is something is I'm seeing in next year it's going to come for sure. The disadvantage or maybe biggest risk is keeping up with an AI technology. It's so fast, and every day you're learning something
Mm.
new, and you're trying to implement it, and the next day something new happens. And whatever you
Right.
learn and you implement it, it's something new. So keeping up the technology, and also these are new things happening right now. So there's a lot of risk on security side, especially the access to the information, what you're uploading, who's accessing your information, credentials, and other things like that. So even though you are uploading a lot of information back to AI space, but who have access to that technology or the information is something is very risky. So that's something I'm thinking about disadvantage, but eventually we will figure it out something soon.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing what it's capable of doing. So, in terms of okay, so you got the AI element down pat. You're expanding that. You're constantly expanding your learning on AI and tech stack and all that good stuff. But how do you approach sales effectiveness training and sales development of both yourself as a manager and your team as individuals?
So first thing is like I mentioned, we have a scorecard of sales. So once we complete this task or the meeting or demo, we do have a scorecard of analyzing what's going on and how is this look like, how's the excitement level looks like. That's something we want
Mm.
is, and then we look for, is this the product really need for this client, rather than we say how I can sell this to the person. We ask why I should sell to this person. It's a two different meanings. So rather than just selling because I'm selling it and people need it, we always ask a question why they want to buy this product from us. Are we genuinely helping them to achieve their goal? Because sales is not like selling, it's actually understanding the problem and giving the solution. So we always focus on the scorecard towards EQ, uh, emotional quotients or emotional intelligence, and see which are we performing well. If yes, then we give a good report. If not, then we have to figure it out, what's the gap. So this is what we do, and our scorecard can give this information for us, and we just track that information every day.
Yeah, it's awesome that you can, you don't have to wait for feedback. You can get instant feedback from these scorecards and apply it right away. Like
Right.
you can see where you made mistakes in, say, that last call, and you can go right into your next call and assuming you're actually looking at the scorecard and reviewing the results that it's giving, you can get instant coaching and
Yeah.
training and apply it immediately.
Yeah, and there's a couple of other softwares available. Even HubSpot is investing on that sales platform, and there's a platform called Gong. A lot of other SaaS-based sales platforms. It helps you to mimic your top salesperson. What does that mean? They record the conversation of top salesperson, and then it'll study about the person, what the keyword he's saying, what he's not saying, how he's closing all these things, and it can help a junior level salesperson and train that using AI. So you don't have in past years or in 5 years ago, one person have to coach or consult with the junior level salesperson. But now it's a live coaching, live training, and the data is backed with the data, so they know exactly what's going on. So it's pretty straightforward and fascinating to see that it's how these sales engines are working.
Great, yeah. So, though, when you are hiring salespeople, what are some of the challenges that you've experienced? Because hiring salespeople, they can be some of the hardest roles to fit.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
they look good they look good on a resume. They look great in an interview, but when it actually comes where they have to do sales behavior, which can be uncomfortable for some people at sometimes they avoid it. So, what are some of the things that you look for, without having them hired yet?
Yeah, it's a very challenging job to hire the right person. Like I mentioned, finding the right person for the right seat is the answer for that. So we do get a lot of interviews, resumes. Once we post it, we get like 100 resumes, or maybe 1,000 resumes, I would say, for salesperson. Because LinkedIn have one-click apply, just click, 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 and you can apply to hundreds of that. And now AI is helping to apply for more. So you get like 2,000, 3,000 resumes every day. But filtering out that, then once you have to look for a track record, like how many years they are working, are they have enough industry experience, what's the achievement look like, how long they've been working, are they willing to do calls, are they willing to learn something new, how open they are. Sales means they have to understand, and they should be very open to learn something new. It's not like something written on stone and you just follow that orders, right? So it's a human to human. So we look for cues like that. We ask a lot of questions. We understand about the person, and finally we look for what kind of energy this person is showing, or how he show up. The sales is all about the energy, what you're bringing to the table. So we look for all these things and see if this person is the right person for us to work with, or if not, sometimes people, they have really great skills and ideas, but they don't know sales. We hire them and we say, okay, let's work together. We will show you how to do all these things. Or bring your energy. That's all. Just bring a good energy. We can coach you. So we also do that too. Rather than just going for a top tier salesperson with experience, sometimes we find a good skilled person working from home, or mom working from home, and she wants some break and she wants to work remotely. Fantastic. We work with them and get some really good results too. So there's a lot of elements and a lot of concepts to check. It's like flying a plane. It looks easy, but there's a lot of buttons. So we want to understand why and how, and we work with them.
Absolutely. Great. So, how do you set them up for success? The salespeople. So, let's say you've found someone, they're a great fit. How are you setting them up for success?
Very good question, and a very tough question too. So what I feel, what I know from my experience, regardless what you provide, a technology or whatever you provide, if the person decided to win, or if the person have motivation to win, you don't need an external motivation in sales. If the salesperson genuinely believe I'm a good salesperson and really want to do something great, we don't need an external motivation or external tools. So I look for a person, if somebody is genuinely interested on sales and they want to achieve a goal, then we see what's the skill gap they have in order to reach that goal. So we figure out the skill. We do have a skill assessment test. So we'll see what skill they needed, and then we coach them, or maybe we give some training for them to onboard it and see if they can learn that fast. And sales is something learning every day. So if the person is willing to do that, so we do that too. So the goal is for the person is to find the right person and train them.
Absolutely. Great, great. So when you think about your own leadership, leading sales teams specifically and teams, what's been the hardest adjustment that you've had to make as your company has grown?
That's as an entrepreneur, you have a lot of different things. You're wearing multiple hats, right? The biggest challenge on sales, and for me, definitely, I would not ask anything which I'm not doing it. Which means, for example, if I'm not doing call calls, I don't expect my team members to do a call calls. So I always do every day morning. I do 10 to 15 different call calls and see what's going on. And I ask the same thing for my team too. So sometimes if you're asking something, you have to experience it first. So sometimes I learn a lot of things, but I'm okay for that. So that's a gap I'm trying to fill it out, especially on the sales. So if I have the experience, I can talk about it. So I'm learning too.
Great. Good. Yeah, definitely. So if you could give one piece of advice to an Ontario business owner who's, maybe they've hit a growth ceiling, what would it be?
Oh wow. Yeah. I think Canadian business, especially, I'm not sure about the stats, but it says every 10 one business planning to exit, which means they already built it and they are not looking to expand their business. They want to sell it to someone else. So as business owners in Canada, I would say don't build your business to run it for next 20 years, 30 years. Look for some exit strategy. Always look for exit strategy, and then you can build more. That's the first thing I learned in business. Don't fall in love with the product. Sell it, scale up, then sell again, build it, scale up. That's the one thing I want to do. You don't want to run a business for 25 years and feel like, okay, now I don't know what to do and do nothing. So I encourage people to build something new and sell it and see how it's working. That's the first thing. And the second thing is don't I learned this lesson from E-Myth. It says don't do you're in the business, not on the business. What does that mean? If you're a baker, you only do know how to bake. Do that job perfectly. Don't try to do something different like building something on website. Hire the right people to do the right things, and you just do what you're good at. That will help you to scale faster than learning something new and then going for something. So be on the business and understand your concept and build it. Hire the right people, professionals, to get it done faster and easiest way, rather than just you're assuming and building. I'm not saying you don't want to learn or do something, but if you want to scale fast, hire the right people to get it done fast.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Alrighty, well, we appreciate this, Arun. It's been very insightful, very helpful. I'm sure there's a lot of businesses that are, aspire to build them to like yours that will find this useful, and I definitely did. So I appreciate you joining us here today, Arun.
First of all, thank you very much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it, and I love to share my ideas. And I think if anything, you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And thank you very much.
Absolutely. We'll have all your contact information pinned at the bottom of this video. Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you.